Eczema looks different with everyone. Eczema is a term that refers to a group of conditions that makes your skin itch, inflamed, and irritated. Statistics show that eczema affects about 30 million Americans, and 1 in 10 individuals develop eczema in their lifetime. Itch is usually the #1 issue of people who suffer from eczema because it can be severe and unbearable, and this would most often lead to rashes. Although there is no known cure, there are a lot of ways that one can manage its symptoms. Eczema, that horrible itchy rash on your skin, isn't new. Ancient Egyptians suffered from eczema and sought relief with oatmeal baths, and it worked. Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, discussed the role of skin disease, sweating and itching over 2,000 years ago. 30 million Americans suffer from eczema, including children. Doctors have discovered a genetic link for eczema between parent and child. If a parent suffers from eczema, the child may be predisposed to eczema as well. 1 in 5 school-age children have this rash, and 1 in 12 adults suffer from eczema. This condition can affect their self-image, self-esteem, and health. In this guide, we will explore exactly what eczema is and how its symptoms can be treated to reduce discomfort. Eczema is not a disease, and, unfortunately, there is no cure. However, the symptoms of itch and inflammation can be contained. It's important to understand that eczema can't be caught from someone else. Rather, it's an immune disorder that can flare up due to various environmental and emotional causes. We will discuss the lifestyle changes necessary to alleviate the worst of the eczema symptoms, or get rid of the rash altogether. Although the eczema rash has been around for thousands of years, we still know far too little about it. Research is just beginning. It has shown that changes in lifestyle habits can have a tremendously beneficial effect on eczema. Eczema. Fix. How to get rid of eczema, naturally and permanently, places the control of this disorder in your hands. There may not be a cure for eczema, but you no longer need to suffer from its debilitating effects. Eczema is an autoimmune disease where the body refuses to function as it should. Be aware that the same autoimmune misfunctions can simultaneously bring about other autoimmune problems, such as Crohn's disease and allergies. By easing the symptoms of eczema, you may well be helping your body cope with other autoimmune challenges. The standard medical cure for eczema is a hydrocortisone steroid cream. This works well at alleviating the symptoms, but it does nothing to address the underlying causes of eczema. That is what this audiobook does to help you become eczema-free for life. Certain changes in your daily life can do much to rid yourself of eczema. Most rashes have very specific triggers, which this audiobook will discuss. Once you identify the triggers and alleviate them from your environment, you are taking the necessary steps to rid yourself of the symptoms of eczema. As we wrap up, let's make the background music inspiring, reflecting the hope and control you can have over eczema. Remember, understanding and managing your condition empowers you to live a healthier, more comfortable life. Thank you for joining me on this journey to better skin health.
What is eczema? Eczema is difficult to diagnose. Any dermatologist will look for a combination of symptoms. Eczema always involves a rash, which can appear on any part of the body. The rash is red and is usually covered with white, scaly skin. The scales are due to inflammation caused by constant scratching. It's the constant scratching that causes the skin to shed skin cells, which results in the white scales that cover the red rash. Ultimately, scratching can change the actual color of your skin. A rash is just the first clue for a dermatologist. There are, after all, many types of rashes. With eczema, there are other specific symptoms to watch for. Lack of moisture can cause the skin to crack. These cracks just make the itch worse, which causes you to scratch more. Eczema can be a vicious cycle. Most of the time, eczema rashes also have blisters. If these blisters grow large enough, they can become infectious. Another sign of eczema is dry, brittle nails or nails with fungus. The redness that shows up on the skin can also frequently be seen when the eyes are reddish and when the tongue has red patches. An eczema flare-up can make the eyes look swollen. Some of this is caused by rubbing the itchy, infected eyes. A good dermatologist will look beyond the red, scaly skin. When eczema becomes chronic, the resulting symptoms can be quite serious. Lymph nodes filter the body against foreign invaders such as germs. Swollen lymph nodes can mean they are busy fighting eczema flare-ups. This is something your dermatologist will check. When the body is fighting the symptoms of eczema, it is using precious nutritional resources. That means that adults with eczema are frequently malnourished, and children with eczema are often small for their age. When treated, the body immediately begins to process nutrients more efficiently. The effect on children who almost immediately show signs of growth is remarkable. Adults and children with eczema frequently develop asthma and hay fever as well. Eczema is often associated with allergies, so maintaining an allergy-free environment becomes a critical tool in fighting eczema the natural way. In addition to chronic eczema, there are different types of eczema. When properly diagnosed, most of these are treatable. Dermatitis. Eczema is caused by soaps and other cleaning products. These can leave the skin dry and deprived of necessary oils, resulting in red, itchy skin. Since this most frequently affects the hands, it can cause a lot of embarrassment. Fortunately, once the culprits have been identified and eliminated, the rash will abate, and the skin will turn back to normal. Allergic dermatitis, eczema. Some people develop rashes due to allergies to substances like nickel in jewelry. A dermatologist can do patch tests to determine the allergy. Once the substance in question is removed, the rash should disappear. Seborrheic eczema. This type of eczema usually develops in young people. It is the result of developing hormones causing flaky dandruff to appear on the scalp and surrounding areas. An anti-tar shampoo can be very beneficial in helping with this type of eczema. Healing your eczema symptoms requires proper diagnosis. You need to see a dermatologist, but not all dermatologists specialize in eczema. It's important that you consult with a specialist who is knowledgeable about eczema, its signs, and what can be done to alleviate the uncomfortable itch that is always a part of any eczema. Atopic eczema. This type of eczema is common in children. If at least one parent suffers from eczema, the child might get it as well. Atopic eczema can be anywhere from mild to severe. Children with atopic eczema are at a greater risk for asthma and food allergies, so testing should be done for those symptoms as well. Many children do outgrow this type of eczema, but not all. Signs of atopic dermatitis in children are the usual patches of dry skin that turn red and inflamed. The most likely places for these patches to appear are on the face and neck, as well as the elbows and knees. Scratching always makes eczema worse. Since children can't understand that they should not scratch, it is important to seek treatment as soon as possible. People with atopic dermatitis usually experience flare-ups, a period when the eczema gets worse for a time. Flare-ups can occur due to irritants such as soaps, dust mites, dog and cat fur, and certain fabrics. Stress and other emotions can also trigger eczema flare-ups. Varicose eczema. Varicose eczema occurs in older adults who have varicose veins. Standing can become more difficult as people age, which can bring on both varicose veins and varicose eczema, which can result in dry, itchy patches around the ankle area. Skin, in general, becomes less moist and drier as people age. As with any other form of eczema, it's important not to exacerbate the problem by scratching. This type of eczema can worsen in cold weather, so keeping your skin moist during the winter is an important part of reducing the constant itching. Your treatment should include lifestyle changes, elimination of stress, and a diet that removes potential allergens from your diet. All these treatments will be discussed in this audiobook. Ask your doctor how these treatments can best be applied to your eczema, then follow his advice. With proper diagnosis and treatment, you will be itch-free and living the life you are now only dreaming about. There is no reason for you to suffer from eczema. The sooner you act, the sooner your skin will be back to normal.
We wouldn't be human if we didn't have emotions, both positive and negative. When we suffer from eczema, however, our unresolved emotional life can cause havoc. Taking care of the self becomes critical to our skin health. Every person is different, and every self-help method may not work for every person. But it is worth the time to experiment and determine what methods work best at elevating your positive feeling and eliminating the negative, triggering emotions. Exercise is one of the best ways to relieve stress. You don't need to join a gym, although that is one way of getting some exercise. You can simply walk, swim, play tennis, or engage in any other physical activity. Try climbing the stairs instead of taking the elevator. 2 hours of exercise a week is highly recommended. More than that is even better. Exercise provides an added boost to the immune system, which is important for eczema control. The only problem with exercising when you have eczema is that sweating can deprive the body of much-needed moisture. This can be very drying for the skin and can start an itch cycle. That does not mean you should be avoiding exercise. Simply do low-impact exercises that won't have you sweating. Be sure to apply plenty of body lotion after your shower. Speaking of showers, lukewarm showers dry out the skin far less than hot showers. If you jog, do so during the early morning or evening hours when the sun is less intense and you will sweat less. Wear loose clothing while exercising. Spandex may look sexy if you have the curves, but it can irritate your skin. Loose cotton clothes are the best next to the skin. The connection between eczema and diet is still ongoing and will be discussed at greater length in another chapter. But it helps to remember that eczema can be triggered by allergies. Glutens, nuts, and dairy are the worst culprits. Many people have found that processed foods can worsen eczema system. To ensure that you are allergy-free, have your doctor perform the standard patch tests. Daydream. There is great value in daydreaming. First, when you daydream, you are focused on your inner fantasy. The more your mind is focused, the less negative, anxiety-producing thoughts will enter. In addition, this is the state of mind that allows solutions to problems to flow naturally, thus providing you with answers to problems that have been causing anxiety. Psychotherapy. Therapy, especially cognitive behavioral therapy, has proven extremely successful in treating anxiety and depression. While you should be consulting with a dermatologist, consider also seeing a psychotherapist. Therapy can be a very effective way of discovering the emotional triggers that cause eczema to flare up. Sometimes getting at the root of these triggers can be difficult, and a trained therapist can help you with some insight. We've already made the connection between skin and emotions such as anxiety and depression. However, sometimes emotions are repressed. There are thoughts we don't want to face, such as anger, so it's easier to pretend these thoughts don't exist. Unfortunately, these emotions don't simply disappear because we refuse to acknowledge them. For many who suffer from repressed anger, the emotions go straight to the skin. In a hospital study involving 128 patients, it was found that the 27 patients who had eczema experienced worsening of symptoms whenever they were faced with frustration. As an eczema sufferer, ask yourself, do you frequently feel numb, shut off from your feelings? Do you frequently pretend to be happy when you're feeling down? Do you rarely or never share your feelings with another person? Do you become easily irritated at the smallest things? Do you passively agree with people rather than expressing your own opinion? Do you keep busy every moment of the day? Make work busyness can keep feelings repressed. If you answered yes to any or more of the above questions, chances are excellent you are suffering from repressed anger. The good news is you can do something about it and release the emotional triggers. You'll see the results on your skin. Repressed anger is like excess baggage you're carrying around while strutting uphill. It's a heavy load to carry. At some point, your body will make its displeasure known. And one of the ways it lets you know something is wrong is by attacking the skin with eczema. We have mentioned the importance of pinpointing your emotional triggers. When we are in denial, psychotherapy can be extremely helpful with this. But one clue may be that you insist you never get angry. The fact is, we all get angry at times. This is normal. Chances are, if you never get angry, your anger is being repressed and fueling your skin with toxins. Forget for a moment what repressed anger does to your relationships. Before it affects another person, it can ruin your health in general and your skin in particular. Anger can be the result of childhood abuse from 30 years ago, or a current work situation involving a nasty boss. The anger may be perfectly normal and justified, but we are frequently taught at an early age that anger is inappropriate. All too often, parents will tell a child, "How dare you get angry with grandma?" So anger gets repressed until it becomes a habit. And our skin may well be paying the price. Begin by being totally honest with yourself. This can be harder than it seems. Allow yourself to be open to any thoughts that may come into your head. We all have emotional needs, especially as children. When these needs aren't met, we become angry. But as children, we don't feel strong enough to express those emotions, so they become buried. You are no longer a helpless child, so it's okay to express any feeling as it arises. Then, once you have gotten in touch with some or all the repressed anger, you need to release it. It isn't necessary or sometimes advisable to confront the source of your anger directly. You don't want to get fired from a job before you have another one lined up. If your repressed anger goes back to childhood, the culprit may be dead at this point. But acknowledging the anger is crucial. You cannot change that which remains unacknowledged. Then work toward forgiveness. This means accepting and moving on with your life. Your life matters. The other person has been made inconsequential. Removing repressed anger from your life is a gift you give yourself, and your skin will surely reap the benefits. Section 1. Introduction: Eczema and the importance of hydration. Eczema is a common skin condition that causes dry, itchy, and inflamed skin. People with eczema often have very sensitive skin. It is important for people with eczema to keep their skin hydrated. Hydration is key to managing eczema. Water is essential for overall health, including skin health. It helps to keep the skin cells plump and hydrated, which helps to prevent dryness, cracking, and inflammation. When the skin is dehydrated, it is more prone to damage and irritation, which can trigger eczema flare-ups. Dry skin is like cracked, dry earth. It's more fragile and prone to irritation. This essay will explore the importance of hydration for managing eczema. Section 2. The skin hydration connection. Our skin is like a sponge. It absorbs water, helping it stay supple and smooth. This hydration is crucial for the skin's barrier function. This barrier protects us from external irritants and prevents moisture loss. When we're adequately hydrated, our skin cells thrive. They can effectively repair and protect themselves. This leads to a healthier skin surface that's less prone to eczema flare-ups. Think of well-hydrated skin as a strong brick wall, effectively protecting your body. On the other hand, dehydrated skin is like a wall with missing bricks, making it vulnerable to eczema triggers. Section 3. Dehydration and eczema trigger. Dehydration occurs when our body loses more water than it takes in. Many factors can cause this, including not drinking enough fluids, hot weather, and certain medical conditions. When we're dehydrated, our skin suffers too. It loses its plumpness and becomes dry and cracked, weakening its barrier function. This makes the skin more susceptible to irritants and allergens, common eczema triggers. Imagine your skin as a protective shield. Dehydration weakens this shield, allowing irritants to penetrate and trigger eczema flare-ups. That's why staying hydrated is crucial for managing this condition. Section 4. Wet wraps. A soothing solution. Wet wraps are a simple yet effective treatment for eczema, especially during flare-ups. They involve applying a cool, damp layer of clothing over moisturizer, helping to soothe the skin and lock in moisture. This technique provides several benefits. Firstly, it cools the skin, reducing inflammation and itching. Secondly, it helps your moisturizer penetrate deeper, enhancing its effectiveness. Lastly, it provides a physical barrier, protecting the skin from scratching, which can further irritate it. To use wet wraps, soak a clean, soft cloth in cool water, wring out the excess, and apply it to the affected area. Cover this damp layer with a dry layer of clothing to keep the moisture locked in. Section 5. The beverage factor, friends and foes of hydration. Not all beverages are created equal when it comes to hydration. While water is the gold standard, some drinks can actually dehydrate us, worsening eczema symptoms. Alcohol and caffeinated beverages like coffee and tea are diuretics. They increase urine production, leading to fluid loss and dehydration. This can exacerbate dryness and itching, making eczema flare-ups more likely. Choosing hydrating beverages is crucial for managing eczema. Water should be your go-to choice. Herbal teas, diluted fruit juices, and electrolyte-rich drinks can also contribute to your daily fluid intake. Conclusion: staying hydrated for healthier skin. Hydration is paramount for managing eczema. Drinking plenty of water throughout the day keeps the skin hydrated from within, strengthening its barrier function and making it less susceptible to triggers. Besides internal hydration, using a good moisturizer and incorporating wet wraps into your skincare routine can provide additional relief, especially during flare-ups. Remember, managing eczema is a journey, and staying hydrated is a significant step towards achieving healthier, happier skin. Hey everyone, it's Dr. Sandra Lee, but you can call me Dr. Pimple Popper. I know dealing with skin issues can be super frustrating, especially eczema. That itch can drive you crazy. Remember, I'm all about helping you take care of your skin. While I can't give medical advice in these videos, I can share some natural remedies people have found helpful for managing their eczema symptoms. Just a friendly reminder, everyone's skin is different, so what works for one person might not work for another. It's always a good idea to chat with your dermatologist before trying any new remedies, even natural ones, to make sure they're right for you. Today we're going to explore some home remedies that might help soothe your eczema flare-ups and bring you some relief. From calming aloe vera to the powerful properties of tea tree oil, we'll cover it all. So if you're ready to learn how to potentially manage those itchy red patches, keep watching. Let's start with a superstar from the plant world, aloe vera. You've probably seen aloe vera gel used for sunburns, but did you know it can also be amazing for eczema? Aloe vera is known for its incredible soothing properties. It creates this cool, calming sensation on the skin, which can be a lifesaver when you're dealing with the fiery itch of eczema. And trust me, I've seen some angry rashes in my dermatology office. But aloe vera's talents don't stop there. It's also a natural antibacterial agent, which means it can help keep those eczema patches free from infection. We all know how important it is to keep those irritated areas clean and protected. Now, when you're picking out your aloe vera gel, make sure you go for the pure stuff, without any added fragrances or chemicals. Those extra ingredients can actually irritate your skin even more, and we definitely don't want that. Think of pure aloe vera gel as a tall drink of water for your skin. It's gentle, hydrating, and can work wonders for calming down those eczema flare-ups. Just remember to do a patch test on a small area of your skin before applying it all over, especially if you have sensitive skin. Next up, we have apple cider vinegar, or ACV as it's commonly known. This pantry staple isn't just for salads and marinades, it also has a reputation for restoring the skin's natural pH balance. You see, our skin is naturally slightly acidic, which helps create a protective barrier against bacteria and other nasties. But sometimes, this delicate balance can be disrupted, leading to dryness, irritation, and you guessed it, eczema flare-ups. Apple cider vinegar can help gently restore your skin's pH balance, thanks to its acetic acid content. This can be particularly helpful for those with eczema, as it may help reduce the growth of bacteria and yeast on the skin. However, a word of caution: apple cider vinegar is potent stuff. Applying it directly to your skin undiluted is a big no-no. Always dilute it with water before using it topically. A good rule of thumb is 1 part apple cider vinegar to 3 parts water. You can use this diluted solution as a spot treatment on affected areas, or add it to your bath water for a more soothing experience. Just remember to listen to your skin and discontinue use if you experience any irritation. Now I know what you're thinking. Bleach on my skin? That sounds scary. But hear me out on this one. A bleach bath, when done correctly, can actually be quite beneficial for eczema, especially if it's infected or really itchy. Bleach has antibacterial properties, and a diluted bleach bath can help reduce the number of bacteria on the skin's surface, which can be a game changer for those struggling with eczema. The key here is dilution. We're not talking about pouring straight bleach on your skin. A typical bleach bath involves adding a very small amount of plain, unscented bleach to a bathtub full of lukewarm water. The general recommendation is about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of bleach for a full bathtub of water. It's important to measure carefully and avoid using too much bleach, as this can irritate your skin. Soak in the bleach bath for about 10-15 minutes, then rinse your body thoroughly with lukewarm water and pat your skin dry. You can do this a couple of times a week, but always consult with your dermatologist first, especially if you have sensitive skin or any other skin conditions. Let's move on to a gentler, more soothing option: colloidal oatmeal baths. You know how a warm bowl of oatmeal can be so comforting on a chilly morning? Well, colloidal oatmeal baths offer that same kind of soothing relief for your skin. especially when it's inflamed and itchy from eczema. Colloidal oatmeal is finely ground oatmeal that's specifically formulated to dissolve in water. When added to a warm bath, it creates a milky, soothing soak that can help calm inflammation, reduce itching, and moisturize dry skin. Think of it as a big, warm hug for your skin. As you soak in the tub, the colloidal oatmeal forms a protective barrier on your skin, locking in moisture and providing much-needed relief from the constant urge to scratch. You can find colloidal oatmeal in most drugstores or online. Just look for products that are specifically labeled for bathing, and make sure they don't contain any added fragrances or dyes, which can irritate sensitive skin. Now, who doesn't love the smell of fresh coconut? But did you know that coconut oil isn't just delicious? It's also incredibly beneficial for your skin, especially if you're battling eczema. Coconut oil is naturally hydrating and contains lauric acid, a fatty acid that has antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. These properties make coconut oil a powerful ally in the fight against eczema. When applied to the skin, coconut oil forms a protective barrier that helps lock in moisture and prevent dryness, which is crucial for managing eczema flare-ups. It also helps soothe inflammation and reduce itching, providing much-needed relief from those pesky symptoms. Just make sure you're using virgin or extra virgin coconut oil, as these forms are less processed and retain more of their natural goodness. Honey, nature's liquid gold, has been used for centuries for its medicinal properties, and for good reason. This sweet treat is a powerhouse of antibacterial and anti-inflammatory agents, making it a surprisingly effective remedy for eczema. Honey's antibacterial properties come from its natural enzymes, which produce hydrogen peroxide, a known antiseptic. This can be particularly helpful for preventing infections in eczema patches, which can sometimes become cracked and vulnerable to bacteria. But that's not all. Honey is also a natural humectant, which means it attracts and retains moisture. This makes it a fantastic natural moisturizer for eczema-prone skin, as it helps keep the skin hydrated and supple. You can apply raw, unprocessed honey directly to affected areas, or mix it with other soothing ingredients like aloe vera or coconut oil for an extra boost of hydration and healing power. Last but not least, we have tea tree oil, a potent essential oil known for its powerful antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. Tea tree oil has been used for centuries to treat various skin conditions, including eczema. Tea tree oil's effectiveness against eczema lies in its ability to combat the overgrowth of certain types of yeast and bacteria that can contribute to flare-ups. It also helps soothe inflammation and reduce itching, providing much-needed relief from those uncomfortable symptoms. However, it's important to remember that tea tree oil is very potent and can be irritating to the skin if used undiluted. Always dilute tea tree oil with a carrier oil like coconut oil or almond oil before applying it to your skin. A good rule of thumb is to add a few drops of tea tree oil to a tablespoon of carrier oil. You can then apply this mixture to affected areas a couple of times a day. So there you have it. Some simple yet potentially effective natural remedies to help soothe your eczema at home. Remember, everyone's skin is different, so what works for one person may not work for another. Always consult with your dermatologist before trying any new treatments, even natural ones, to make sure they're right for you. They can help you create a personalized skincare routine that addresses your specific needs. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more skincare advice and wellness tips. And remember, treat your skin with kindness and love, and it will thank you for it.
Eczema. Just the word can send shivers down your spine, especially if you're one of the millions who live with its relentless itch. It's a daily battle against dryness, redness, and that uncontrollable urge to scratch. The frustration is real. You just want relief, and you deserve to feel comfortable in your own skin. This skin condition, often appearing as red, itchy patches, can impact people of all ages. It's more than just dry skin. It's an inflammatory response. This means your immune system is reacting to something, causing discomfort and those telltale skin changes. Daily tasks like choosing clothes or simply sleeping become hurdles. Imagine waking up with rough, itchy patches on your arms or legs. It's hard to focus on the day ahead when your skin is screaming for attention. Simple pleasures like taking a warm bath or wearing your favorite sweater become potential triggers. Living with eczema requires constant vigilance. But remember, you're not alone in this journey. millions share your struggle. This guide is filled with practical tips and insights to help you regain control and live a fuller, more comfortable life. Stress, we all experience it. But for those with eczema, it can be a major trigger. Ever notice how your skin flares up during times of high anxiety or emotional turmoil? That's no coincidence. Stress directly impacts your skin's health. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol. This hormone can worsen eczema symptoms, leading to those dreaded flare-ups. It's like your skin is a mirror, reflecting what's happening inside your mind and body. The good news is that managing stress can significantly improve your eczema. It's about finding what works best for you, whether it's meditation, yoga, or simply taking a few deep breaths throughout the day. By addressing your stress levels, you're not only improving your overall well-being, but also taking a proactive approach to managing your eczema. Remember, a calm mind often translates to calmer skin. Living with eczema can feel like riding an emotional roller coaster. The constant itch-scratch cycle, the self-consciousness, and the unpredictability of flare-ups take a toll. That's why incorporating stress management techniques into your daily routine is crucial. Start by identifying your stress triggers. Is it work deadlines, relationship issues? Once you know what sets you off, you can develop strategies to cope. Deep breathing exercises are incredibly effective. Inhale slowly through your nose, hold for a few seconds, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Mindfulness meditation is another powerful tool. It's about focusing on the present moment without judgment. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and pay attention to your breath. Even a few minutes a day can make a difference. Remember, managing stress is not selfish. It's an act of self-care. By prioritizing your mental well-being, you're giving your body the best chance to heal and thrive inside and out. Section 4. Dressing for success, feeling your best clothing, and household tips. When it comes to eczema, what you wear matters. Certain fabrics can irritate your skin and trigger flare-ups. Avoid synthetic materials like polyester and nylon, as they trap heat and moisture, creating a breeding ground for bacteria. Opt for natural, breathable fabrics like cotton and linen. These materials allow your skin to breathe and help regulate temperature. Loose-fitting clothing is also key. Tight clothing can rub against your skin, causing friction and irritation. Be mindful of your laundry detergent too. Choose fragrance-free, hypoallergenic options specifically designed for sensitive skin. Harsh chemicals and fragrances can aggravate eczema, so it's best to err on the side of caution. Remember, your skin is your largest organ, and it deserves to be treated with care. By making conscious choices about your clothing and household products, you can create a more skin-friendly environment. Section 5. Creating an eczema-friendly haven home, environmental adjustments. Your home should be your sanctuary, a place of peace and relaxation. But for those with eczema, it can often feel like a minefield of potential triggers. The good news is that small adjustments can make a big difference. Start with your bathing habits. Hot water can strip your skin of its natural oils, exacerbating dryness and itchiness. Opt for lukewarm showers or baths and keep them short. Pat your skin dry gently with a soft towel. Avoid rubbing, as this can further irritate sensitive skin. Moisturize immediately after bathing to lock in hydration. Choose a humidifier for your bedroom, especially during the dry winter months. This will add moisture to the air, preventing your skin from drying out. Remember, creating an eczema-friendly home is an ongoing process of observation and adjustment. Section 6. Taking charge of your skin's destiny, empowerment through knowledge. Living with eczema can feel like an uphill battle, but remember, you are not alone. Millions worldwide share your struggles, and there is a wealth of information and support available. Knowledge is power. The more you understand about your condition, the better equipped you'll be to manage it. Keep a journal to track your triggers, symptoms, and what works best for you. This will help you identify patterns and make informed decisions about your skincare routine. Don't be afraid to advocate for yourself. If you're struggling to find relief, reach out to a dermatologist or allergist. They can help you develop a personalized treatment plan that addresses your specific needs. Remember, you are the expert on your own body. By taking charge of your health, embracing self-care, and seeking support when needed, you can live a full and vibrant life, eczema and all. Hello and welcome. Today, we transform your home into a haven of peace and well-being. We will explore each room, uncovering hidden allergens and eliminating them. Imagine waking up in a bedroom that doesn't make you sneeze, a living room where you can breathe deeply, and a kitchen that sparks joy. Ah, the bedroom, our sanctuary for rest and rejuvenation. But did you know that this haven can harbor dust mites, microscopic troublemakers triggering allergies? Wash sheets weekly in hot water to eliminate these critters. Encase mattresses and pillows in dust mite-proof covers. Imagine sinking into a bed that is truly a sanctuary for rest and allergy relief. Let's step onto the floors where dust and allergens gather. Regular vacuuming is crucial for carpets. Consider replacing carpets with hardwood, tiles, or linoleum. These surfaces trap less dust and allergens. Enjoy smooth, clean floors free of irritants. Curtains and blinds add elegance to our windows, but can also collect dust. Choose washable materials like cotton or synthetic blends. Take them down monthly and give them a good wash. Enjoy fresh, clean air in your bright, allergy-free home. Speaking of windows, they let in natural light, but also invite pollen. During high pollen seasons, keep windows closed and use air conditioning, which cools and filters the air. Essential for allergy sufferers. Furniture, our companions in relaxation, can become havens for dust mites and allergens. Choose materials that are easily cleaned, like wood, leather, or metal. These surfaces trap less dust and can be wiped with a damp cloth. Let's talk about clutter. Cherished knickknacks and books spark joy, but they can become dust magnets. To minimize allergens, dust these items weekly with a damp cloth, which traps dust instead of scattering it. Surfaces in our homes deserve attention. From countertops to doorknobs, these surfaces harbor allergens and germs. A quick wipe with a damp cloth and cleaner minimizes allergens and creates a healthier environment. Pets, our beloved companions, can be a source of allergens. Consider hypoallergenic breeds if you have allergies. They produce fewer allergens, making them better for sensitive individuals. Regular grooming, like weekly baths and brushing, helps minimize allergens. Remember, sharing your home with a pet can be joyful, even for allergy sufferers with a little extra care. The heart of the home, our kitchen, is where culinary delights are created. Cooking releases smoke and grease, triggering allergies and respiratory issues. Use a vent fan over your stove. It removes smoke, grease, and odors, keeping the air clean. Our sinks, those workhorses of the kitchen, can harbor bacteria if not properly cleaned. After washing dishes, wipe down the sink basin with a disinfectant cleaner. A clean sink promotes hygiene and brings a sense of order to our kitchens. Our refrigerator, the keeper of our fresh food, can also be susceptible to mold, especially in humid environments. Regular cleaning is key. Once a month, empty the refrigerator, discard expired items, and wipe down shelves with baking soda and water. A clean refrigerator preserves food and promotes a healthier cooking experience. Choosing the right paint can minimize allergens. Enamel paints create a smoother, more washable surface. This makes cleaning easier and prevents dust from clinging. Maintaining the right humidity level is crucial for allergy sufferers. Dust mites thrive in humidity. Use a dehumidifier to control humidity levels. Bringing nature indoors benefits our well-being, especially for allergy sufferers. Certain houseplants purify the air. Allergy-friendly options include spider plants, peace lilies, and snake plants. These plants cleanse the air and add vibrancy to our spaces. Pests, those unwelcome visitors, can trigger allergies and asthma. Cockroaches, dust mites, and rodents leave allergens. Preventing infestations is key. Seal cracks, store food properly, and keep your home clean and clutter-free. Smoking, both indoors and outdoors, releases harmful chemicals that trigger allergies, asthma, and respiratory problems. A smoke-free home protects your health and your loved ones. Designate outdoor smoking areas away from windows and doors. Laundry areas with their damp environments can be breeding grounds for mold. Ensure good ventilation to prevent mold. Open windows or use a vent fan. Keep your laundry area clean and dry. While enjoying our yards, be mindful of allergens in grass, trees, and flowers. Wear a mask during yard work. Shower and change clothes after. Regular mowing and weed control minimize allergens. Congratulations! We've journeyed through each room, uncovering hidden allergens and implementing effective strategies for a healthier home. Incorporate these tips to reduce allergens and breathe easy. These changes can be life-changing, reducing symptoms, and improving quality of life. May your home be a place of peace and allergy-free living. Until next time, enjoy the simple joys of life.